Hello Internet, welcome back to our Cataclysm tutorial playthrough. In the last episode we were heading up here to hopefully loot a gun shop and get some extra ammunition. And we ran into something that's actually genuinely pretty scary. This is the first thing we've bumped into where I felt really concerned about our safety. Here we see a zombie Necromancer. Now I often mix this up with another creature. There are two creatures that do similar things that I often mix up. One is the Necromancer, which is what we're seeing right here, and one is the Zombie Master. Now if we take a look, maybe it'll give us a hint in our description here. A twisted mockery of the human form, emaciated with jet black skin and glowing red eyes. It is somehow painful to look at, awakening fears deep within your psyche, and then even the air around it seems more sinister, somehow darker and more dangerous. So that doesn't actually inform us about its capabilities. Basically, one of those creatures, the Necromancer or the Master, one of them will revive dead zombies. So if we come over here and kill this guy, normally it takes like 6 hours or more for the zombies to resurrect. I'm not really sure what the exact number is, but it takes several hours before they will resurrect after being killed. If we pulp them, they will never resurrect. But with the Necromancer, he can actually basically flip a switch and they stand back up. That's very, very scary. We do not want that to happen. Obviously, that's not super, super dangerous. If we target him first instead of the enemies around him, we can probably kill that creature before it starts resurrecting a lot of things and causing a lot of problems. Problem is they tend to spawn in big groups. So like not groups of the particular creature, but in hordes. So like this guy, he might resurrect people, but he'll be surrounded by like 12 other zombies. So it's very hard to kill this guy when there's 12 other zombies trying to fight you. Now the other creature, whichever one, I mixed them up, the Necromancer and the Master. The other one upgrades creatures. So it will take this standard zombie and we'll be just walking towards it and it might suddenly flip a switch and suddenly this is a zombie brute and it's a much scarier creature that's much more dangerous. They're very, very scary. Those are by far one of my least favorite enemies. They're very hard to get close to and deal with because they, over time, like if we just, let's say we leave right now, we don't kill this guy and we leave and we come back, 3 days later, everything around here will be upgraded because he'll be slowly upgrading everything over time. And we'll be seeing things that we would normally only see like in the mid to late game. And we could be seeing those things on day, 10 basically. So I'm not sure which of those things this particular creature does. Both are terrible, and we don't want them. And in fact, I'm going to try to get close to it. I'm tempted to just shoot it, but we only have one round. So we're actually going to go over here. I also think it might be pretty dangerous in melee. He has spotted me. That is interesting. No, he hasn't spotted me. He's tracking me. Let's get over there. You don't have great night vision, huh? You still don't see me? Oh, now you don't. You did, but you don't anymore. I mean, that was super anticlimactic. That went super easily. So what we're going to do, we're going to back up. This bloater, if he gets in range with us, he will... Do they blow themselves up? He actually might not blow himself up. But if we hit him, he will explode. And again, he will explode in poison gas, which will ruin our strength. So we're just going to lead them north a bit so that we don't have them bothering us while we're trying to get into the gun shop. You'll see he also leaves occasional bursts of cloud of poison gas. So there I think we've sufficiently lured them away. So let's run. And then just kind of take the long way around. And let's stop running because we don't want to run out of stamina. And unfortunately, it looks like we're going to get into combat. You hit my socks? What a weird thing for you to do. Anyway, pulp this guy immediately. We don't want him coming back. Can't believe that went really easily. There's another one. Why are there so many enemies right here? There were like 7 enemies right here. Again, those creatures tend to spawn with big groups. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go to the back alleyway. We're not doing this. We're not going to take the front door when there are so many. Really don't want to deal with a tough zombie right now. Let's just ignore him. We'll hop the fence over here. Somebody's backyard garden. I mean, I'll take some broccoli and stuff. Sunflower seeds. Oh, we never talked about farming. That could be an episode I could make pretty easily. Carrots have rotted, unfortunately. Zucchini looks good. Pumpkins store for a long period of time, so we don't have to worry about them going bad. Should be able to hop this fence. Okay. This is a house to the south of the gun shop. It's gated up. That's pretty interesting. Oh, it's a privacy fence. So this is like a driveway. That's cool. This house seems cool. Miscellaneous repair kit. We just made one of those, but they're good to have. So let's see if we can get into the rear. What did I see there? Zapper zombie. This is an interesting vehicle as well. Another Humvee. This one looks drivable. We might be able to grab this and just drive home instead of dealing with a bunch of zombies. Anyway, let's try to get in the back door here. No, this is still the house. Where's the gun shop? This is not a gun shop. It's boarded up. What's this about? Boarded up door? I've never seen a gun shop like this. Why is it also like connected to a house back here? This is weird. It looks like it tried to mush two map gens together. Like this is the perimeter wall of the gun shop, and it jumps right up to this little garage. So that's weird. So it looks like we only can go in the front door, which is a problem. Since it's boarded up, we actually have to pull the nails out. So we should be able to do this. Oh no, I don't have a toolbox. What am I thinking? We don't have a hammer. Maybe the repair kit? No, it doesn't have... It doesn't have duct tape in it. So, yeah, we would need a hammer or a pry tool, which we don't have. Let's check the basement here. Might be able to find something in the basement or find a place where we could craft a pry tool. Ooh, all about swords? That sounds good. I don't know what that is, but it sounds good. Water heater, doesn't really matter. Okay, it's dark, so we can't craft here, unfortunately. We'll have to move into the house to craft. Boozeberry. Sure. Let's wield the nail bat. Fork spear's getting a little damaged as well. So we're looking for a pipe and a chunk of steel, which we got here. And we'll head into the house where there will be an oven where we can start a fire. You'll see it brought us up inside the house again. Someone told me they actually fixed the bug where going down the stairs is problematic, you know, which we've talked about. But I don't know for sure that it's been fixed. Go ahead and give me 4 planks. We'll just dump all this in the oven. Looks like we're also running out of matchbook charges. We're going to have to pick up a different item. Anyway, make the crowbar. Okay. And then we'll extinguish the fire. So this should let us pull nails, I think. Is a function of the crowbar. So let's activate the crowbar. Where's the crowbar? I'm blind. Oh, it's in my hands? No. We put it on a surface in there. Great. Great. So we put it on the counter when we were done crafting. Crowbar. Makeshift crowbar. I mean, there's other stuff. We might as well, if we're going to look in here, we might as well look for a junk drawer or something to grab some duct tape to put in the repair kit in case we can use the repair kit for that. So we'll reload the repair kit. Okay. Alright, let's try to pull some nails and get in this gun shop. The fact that it's boarded up makes me wonder if there are NPCs in there or something. So we will activate the makeshift crowbar. Can't pry that. But I can. I can pull nails. Use it to open lock crates. Lift manhole cover. You may be able to fight with it. Why can't I pry nails with this? It's a crowbar. Activate. Can't pry with that. I mean, the repair kit's not going to do it. I'm a little irritated. So I'm going to smash the door down like a friggin' heathen. Give me the fork spear. Lots of enemies heard that, apparently. So let's, you know what? Let's just fight them. I'd rather not move off into the darkness to try and run away from them when we don't know what's out there. So let's just try to maneuver here a little bit to just fight them. Again, it's not the smartest thing to do because if we run out of stamina, we could be in danger. But yes. Okay. We are running low on stamina. We need to be careful here. Be great if I could hit the enemy. Looks like another listener coming up here. And we've been grabbed, which is problematic. We're running low on stamina. I think we're going to dart into the gun shop. Yeah, some issues with zombies walking into each other, basically, trying to occupy the same space as other zombies. Listener, you just stay away from me, bruh. Duck around the corner here. He's following us. Let's just fight him. They're not very strong. They're just very good at tracking. Let's get our stamina back before we do anything. Okay. So, this particular gun shop was only barricaded with wood. So if you had a toolbox, you could have pulled the nails out of the planks and removed the planks from the door. This would have been much quieter than smashing down the door. But because it's wood, you have the option of smashing. Most gun shops are not like this. There's one gun shop variant that is open. It's been barricaded with furniture items. You can just pull the furnitures out of the way. Here we see a wooden barricaded one. You can just smash your way in. But most gun shops have barred windows and barred doors and alarms. So if you were to go up and smash the window, one, it would set off an alarm, which would draw, honestly, it would generate angry robots at you, which is bad because some of them, they're pretty annoying and can cause a lot of problems and will draw enemies to you and things like that. But also, it has bars on the windows, so even if you smash the glass, you can't get in until you cut the metal bars to get through. That's why I brought the hacksaw, expecting that we would have to cut our way into the gun shop. Now, that is not the case for this one. This did not set off an alarm. Smashing these might set off an alarm, but there are some pretty good guns here. So we're going to be taking basically everything we can. 22 is like just laughably bad, so I'm not happy to see that. Does not look like there's actually very much here. Really disappointing gun shop. Yep. Really, oh, just a real bummer. Really nothing here. Cool, cool. Yeah, really disappointing. Corpse of a human. Uh-huh. Just two dead bodies in here. I guess they shot themselves is probably the story they're trying to tell. So this gun shop is absolutely terrible. Normally when you go in a gun shop, there are probably close to a dozen guns, depending on the layout of the gun shop. Some gun shops have vending machines that just contain hundreds and hundreds of rounds of ammunition. This shop, we got what? 3 guns and a rocket launcher we're never going to use? Oh, it's a rifle scope. Kind of looked like a light anti-tank weapon to me, to be honest. But it's a rifle scope, which isn't even a good sight to use. So we got, what, 2 handguns, some 22 ammunition, a few 357 bullets, and an AR-15. And I'm just going to break the glass. AR-15 is a good gun. It's a 5.56 gun. 5.56 ammunition is the most common ammunition in Cataclysm. Once you factor in that turrets drop it, so it's very easy to get huge numbers of it. I end up using a 5.56 rifle at some point in the game. So it's good to have. But like, honestly, this is the worst gun shop I've ever been in loot-wise. Coupled with the fact that we hit that one really terrible hardware store. I'm not really sure if I might have messed up some loot generation stuff when I started the game. Didn't mean to save. Sorry, sometimes my brain says to do something and my fingers just do it without me thinking. Zombie child, I don't want to deal with you. We're going to go back the way we came. We're going to head back to base. How much inventory do we have? 37. We could fill up our inventory with more stuff if we slip climbing, because of course we did. But really we don't need to, and the higher our torso encumbrance, the worse we are at fighting, so we're just going to head back to base. This was a real bust. The electronic shop was fine. We did get some stacks of copper wire, which is what I was after. We got some stuff we can disassemble for electronics parts. But like the gun shop, that's real disappointing. I mean, admittedly, we didn't have to work to get in. Normally, trying to cut through the bars is very noisy and time consuming. So the fact that we didn't have to do that is beneficial. Oh, I was going to try to grab that Humvee and I forgot. What do you got going on? No car battery. Okay. What about you? Faulty engine. Security system's busted. No wheels though. Okay. What about you? What do you got going on? When you're out and about and you're on foot, you might as well look at vehicles you pass, because you can just bring them back to base and then piece them out for parts later. Faulty engine, no gas tank, no battery. Of course. Of course. Because in the apocalypse, I don't know if you knew this, but in any apocalypse, cars are the first thing to go. They suddenly, it's like the rapture. The gas tanks and the batteries ascend to heaven and leave their clothes behind, is essentially what it is. All the tires blow out on every vehicle. Every car is trash. I think it's a game balance thing, because cars are like super powerful, but it's also infuriating to go, because there have been games where I'm in like a small town and you look at like 16 different vehicles and not one of them works, and you can't find any tools. So how are you supposed to put together a vehicle? And the only way to get to another town is to walk through miles and miles of forest until you find another town. And it's just nightmarish. Anyway, this trip was not a great trip. And that Necromancer didn't even do his thing, so like we didn't even get to see him in action, which is what I thought the main part of this video would be, us talking about that. Man, we don't have double-aught shot either. Why don't we make a tile for guns and ammo? So we'll put guns. Sure. We'll put ammo. Put that over here as well. And then we'll put mods, which are gun mods. We'll stick those over in the corner. That'll be fine. Go ahead and sort everything. So let's take a look at our guns. Actually, let's look at ammo first. Oh boy. Really not any ammo. Birdshot is garbage. And should only be used in an absolute emergency. 357, we have 50 rounds. I do think we have a 357 somewhere. We could unload all these guns as well and get a few extra ammo out of it, but it's not something I'm super interested in at the moment. None of these are things I would carry on me. So like the 50 cal is really good because it'll one-shot basically anything in this stage of the game. Later in the game it becomes much harder. I mean, it's still incredibly powerful, but it might take 2 shots to drop a Kevlar Hulk or a Skeletal Juggernaut, that kind of thing. AR-15 is the one that I'm drawn to, but we don't have enough 5.56 at the moment. I usually try to carry shotguns on me, but we don't have a lot of that ammunition. We have maybe 5 rounds if we took it out of all this. We do have 357 rounds. We have a couple SIGs here. This one, 32 damage. Also 32, so that doesn't matter. Aim speed 98. Aim speed 98. These are virtually identical. The only difference is their clip size, it looks like, and their materials, their literage. So we would want the smaller one just to save a little extra space. But honestly, a pistol is not really something I use very much. 32 damage is acceptable, but still low. Let's go ahead and reload the SIG. You don't have any jacketed hollow points. Yeah, take those out. Unload the magazine. And reload with the ammo we have. Nope. Unload the magazine. Activate the... Doesn't appear to be modded. No. Go in your... Step away from... No, we need to be on the ammo pile. Check our inventory. Go to the magazine. Reload. You reload it with 357. Why? Why are you only reloading the SIG? Why aren't you using... Oh, it's Magnum. Oh, God. So we don't have any Magnum pistols. So that's fun. So we don't have a gun that I feel comfortable using. We have a longbow. I don't really care about the longbow. I don't really feel like... I don't know. Can we make arrows? Oh, not really. First of all, type arrow. Crude wooden arrow is 3 damage. Small game arrow, 4 damage. So exciting. So there are 2 archery books in the game that you really need. One is the Bowyer's Buddy, which we have. That is a fab book that I think gives you bow recipes. The other, the important one, is the Fletcher's Friend. This is the book that has all the arrow recipes in it, and we don't have that. And without that, I've never really used arrows outside of making the good ones, because I remember they were very, very bad. Now, bow and arrows recently got really, really upgraded. They're much, much, much more powerful than they used to be. So it's definitely something that's more viable now than it was a month ago. But I still don't think that bows and whatnot are something that interests me very much. So I don't think we'll be doing that. In fact, honestly, I think we'll just call the episode. Didn't get very much done, but we went exploring and we hit a gun shop for the first time. We are interested in hitting this other one because odds are good that this one will be better than the one we've already explored, because that one was really as bad as it could be, outside of being completely empty. So probably gonna make an effort to go up there at some point. Baseball field probably has a lot of zombies at it. Other than that, there's not much in this town that I want to go to anymore. We did explore this. We explored the arcade. Yeah, nothing really jumping out at me. Anyway, for now, that's going to do it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. I'll be back with more tutorial series for Cataclysm in the near future, and I'll see you next time.